What's going on, family? Just something for us to remember, man, and always stay conscious of. And you have to remember the characteristics of the type of people that you're dealing with. And this is why I get angry at myself anytime I let these people get to me. And this is why I preach emotional intelligence and, regardless of the situation, you have to be bigger than it regardless. We dealing with some different type of people, man. These human these people, because we can't really consider them human beings, really. They not like us, like that Kendrick Lamar song said. They don't have no type of integrity or moral compass for real. You know what I'm saying? It's different levels to it. But we can always pinpoint these people to being involved even in the most heinous acts, including murder, including pedophilia, perversion, sex trafficking, and everything that these people have been accused of being complicit in. And I can believe it because it goes with the characteristics. Not saying every person in every organization that's involved with this is involved in that. I think it's a little deeper than that, and than we really perceive, and we don't see the different branches associated with this thing. This is a tree with different branches. And different organizations associated, but they all are part of the same organization. And this is what needs to be brought to the forefront. I don't believe a lot of them are privileged to information. A lot of y'all think that these people know everything about your situation. That they know. They are told what they're told, and they're not privileged to certain information. Point blank. Period. And any real, and these people are criminals, but the people at top, they're not stupid. They're not stupid. So different people believe different things, and they go off of different situations and different people beliefs, and that's what they manipulate against the people. But what I wanted to bring to your attention is just to make you remember, because I can't stress this enough, that nobody likes these people. And at the end of the day, these people cannot be themselves. That's why I preach to you, be yourself. And I hope you're a person of integrity. I'm saying? I'm kind of telling you, be yourself. Because if you a piece of trash too, then hey, but you get what you get because you deserve it if you're an actual piece of trash too. So that's why I stand by be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? And you shall get back what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? From being yourself. It don't always work out that way, though. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Be yourself. That is your strongest defense, man. These people are trying to paint a picture of you. Be yourself, man. Don't let these people do that. Be yourself and expose these people. Actually, I'm going to give you one better. Be a better version of yourself, like my other podcast say. Be better. We got to be better. You know what I'm saying? Be a better version of yourself while exposing these people, man. That is the ultimate solution. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you trying to say paint this picture? I mean, no, I'm going to jump in the spotlight and I'm going to let these motherfuckers know who I am. And I'm going to stand on every word that I spoke on you. And I'm going to show them just how disgusting you are with proof and things that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's your strongest. Look, man, it ain't no gun. It ain't no. That's your weapon, the truth. You know what I'm saying? The truth of being themselves. They can't be themselves. They can't be like, I'm a stalker. I hack people. I try to oppress people. I try to mentally disturb people and try to drive people crazy. They cannot tell the truth about who they are. But you can, you know what I mean? And I don't care really what situation you in, man. Humans, we not perfect. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about human beings. We are not perfect. I'm talking about divine beings, not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about some of the best human beings we ever had on this planet. We are not perfect. Be it, but if you're not no predator, if you're not no, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't no murderer, and first of all, we know that they would not do this to those people. This is why I had to stop making excuses for the people that's involved with it, and think that they're doing it for moral purposes. There's no way you're doing criminal activity to people even being convinced that they are criminals, and especially for a long period of time. At a certain point, you're gonna be like, why are y'all not arresting this person, or why am I not seeing no kind of evidence towards this? Like, come on, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? We supposed to be adults out here. We grown out here. So it would be, why am I, you know what I'm saying? So no, we can't put the that off on them. We do know they're leveraging things over people's head, like getting the children and stuff like that caught up. I'm gonna tell you what an incident that just recently happened to my grandmother, something that's been going on with her, and these people have put people around in her environment, because I was gonna move back with my grandma a while ago, and I noticed like they would have some dude wear mask and look at me a little bit like he fucking wanted to do something or something like. But I'm used to this stuff. This is why I didn't even really speak on it or whatever. I was, you know what I'm saying? I kind of come from a different background, even though I haven't lived that life. But I seen this around that environment, you know what I mean? Whereas though, you know what I mean, they would do this. My grandma never really had no trouble or nothing around her way, because it's pretty calm block, you know what I'm saying? Stuff do go on down there, but they pretty much know to keep it away from our side of the street anyway. Some things have been happening, like with my nephew, and I know that they use these people. They bring these people home from jail, they infiltrate these people, and they just have their agents amongst us. And you know what I'm saying? So when I'm thinking they got him caught up in some stuff, because he young and he a little loose, and easy to manipulate, kind of. Well, at least not necessarily manipulate, but especially get a young person in trouble. It's not hard to do it to anybody, especially if they like live in any kind of street lifestyle or anything like that. That's why I think it's so vulnerable to us. But they play these games, they infiltrate us. But anyway, so this is where I wanted to say, and how these people expose themselves. Because criminals, see, one thing we not going to do, we not going to play around with cameras. You know, that's a white supremacist mindset, and I'm gonna tell you why. Criminals, not white people, because white people know better too. Like just regular white people who know that they're not above the law. See, once people start doing certain stuff, they know that they're above the law. Now they playing Ding Dong Ditsy on my grandma's house doorbell. Now, mind you, she has cameras, ring cameras and stuff like that. What criminal is going to do that to a house with a ring camera on it? No criminal is going. Only criminal going to do that is the one who got access to those cameras, the people that's doing hacking and stuff like that, and has access to those cameras. That's the only they. I don't care if you be like, oh yeah, the ring only see this far and that far. They don't know that. I don't care if they have the same ring camera. A criminal is not going to say, oh, they can't see me. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to do that. I don't care how young and dumb they is. They ain't going to do that. But who will do that is a white supremacist who's been plotting on the house, who's been spying on the house, who has access to the camera and can see how far the camera can actually see and what the camera can actually see. Now, they will feel very confident. I know, because I deal with these scumbags all around me for over 6 years, and I see just how they act. They do what they chumps. You know what I'm saying? They not real men. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, let me stop even speaking like that. Don't take it personal, like, cause I'm not really in a good state right now. I'm like people messing with my family, especially my grandma, and like this is some chump stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? This is some scumbag stuff to do. Period. You know what I mean? And it just is what it is. But this is the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? That right there, it lets you know automatically who's involved with it though. Like who would ring a fucking, who would play ding dong, and then it's like these grown adults be playing little kid games, bro. Like when did you not like get the memo that it was time to grow up? And I have a lot of child in me. I'm not gonna lie. Like I have a lot of play in me, but I don't play games with human beings and human beings' minds and emotions. You know what I'm saying? Just as we at a better place, and I was a person who was actually in the street living a criminal activity, but I just want to end this with letting you know the characteristics of these people. Nobody respects these people. Nobody with integrity and government respect these people. Only people respect these people is people that sell out. So and it's beautiful for them to build a community as sellouts, because eventually they will get sold out. Like, so it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? But nobody respects them. Nobody of integrity respects them. Once you see a person do stuff like this, you know that you can't trust them. You know what I'm saying? And let's speak about on the streets. On the streets level, nobody respect people that, first of all, antagonize people and use the police to protect them. Like, nobody respects a criminal that use the police to protect them. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it is. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Even people are like, oh, the mob did this. They hit it. They hit it because it's frowned upon in the criminal community. Nobody respects this. This is against our laws. And well, not our laws, because I'm not in the criminal. I'm not a criminal no more. You know what I'm saying? Or like, I really never was, you know, but I did do some shit. You know what I'm saying? As a child, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm not no more. But we don't respect that. You know what I'm saying? That's frowned upon in the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool. You know what I mean? You don't mess with a man, and especially a working man, and a man that, like, I got sued. I sued somebody, and this started happening to me. That is the cost for this. And then you don't use street people, and street people don't supposed to get involved with this under no circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Period. They basically making you an informant. Not even just a informant against criminals, a informant against innocent people. But you don't know. You don't know because you're not privileged to that information. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why I deem myself the perfect example. That's why I try to get my story in the spotlight. And that's why they try to keep me silent as much as they possibly can. That's why they hack me 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Get our people out of the streets. This is going on a high level. It's a lot of informants amongst you. It's a lot of white supremacists out here still creating mischief and doing theater and creating these and just leveraging their position over the masses. It's just crazy. They have all kind of people involved with it and under their payroll, including utility companies and things like that. Anything that we're dependent on. This is why we must shift our focus to this, and we must awaken and enlighten our elders to what they are involved in, because a lot of our elders are involved in this, man. I live in Morton, Pennsylvania, where as though they turned the whole fucking community. And listen, they don't have nothing to sit there and say about me. me, man. What can they say? Oh, he had a lot of girls in his life, and or he like big booty girls, or he watched porn at a certain, bro. I ain't, and all my porn was good porn, and the girls, I think I was an honest stand up man to the girls that I dealt with in my life. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the best, but you know what I'm saying, I wasn't perfect. But you know what I'm saying, I think I did good. And basically most of the people who ever loved me still love me, man. It just is what it is. I helped a lot of people in my life. And I did right by people. Even my old baby mama, I mean my first baby mama, nah, I said my old baby mama, like she not my baby mama no more. My first baby mama, even when we broke up, bruh, I had real straight up talks with her, man. Gave her advice on dating and everything, man. I'm a real friend to people. At least I try to be. I wasn't always that way, but once I learned better, I tried to do better by people. But lately I've been just to myself, and this still happened to me. That's why it's a bit threat. But I'm out of here. I don't want to wrap y'all head off, you know what I'm saying? But just know that these people are, nobody likes these people. Nobody respects these people. Don't feel down about yourself. I was talking to my little sister the other day who's being targeted, and she actually did some things in her life, and she kind of felt like that was things that they was trying. You can't let them leverage. Accept whatever you did, learn from it, overcome it, walk on. Don't let nobody hold that shit over your head, man. Especially them. Now, if it's your significant other or a real family member who really care about you, and they like, yo, you out here doing this and that. Now you care about what that. Don't let these come back. These are pervert stalkers, bro. Like they can't tell nobody who they really are. Just keep that in your head. They cannot tell nobody who they truly are. If they do, they embarrassed. They ashamed. They're disgusted with themselves. Like, so they have to hide who they are. Be proud of yourself. Rejoice, man. And definitely accept whatever you overcame. You overcame these things, man. Like, that's why I like to talk about things that I did back in the, not the bloat, because it's not something that I'm proud of. It's something that I overcame. It's nothing that, well, I was proud of it when I was back then. I'm not gonna lie. I was who I was. I was in that state. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not something that I wanted to get out of that life for a long time. It was something that I battled with. A lot of my friends want to get out of that life, man. I stuck by a lot of my friends and had some deep conversations with them, and they wanted to get out of their life, man. And they actually, when I did get out of the life, like, they looked up to me, man. They kind of they seen even my friends writing me from jail, bro. Like, when they really looked back and they really looked at me, like, they like, man, like, bro, you like, bro. like I got my flowers. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's sad that it took for them to go to jail and have nothing but time to, when you in jail, you ain't got nothing but time to think. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like to be in my head a lot out here and be thinking and mindful out here. So when you in jail, you think of all the right stuff and all the stuff you should have did, and you know what I mean? You think of all the right. And I never was in jail that long. That's what I'm saying. But it's another part that come with it eventually. I guess you end up getting institutionalized. And I started getting a little comfortable with getting locked up. I noticed that I would get put in the cell and I just grab the toilet paper. That's my pillow. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, hold up, I'm getting a little too used to this. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make some changes out here, cause this ain't part of the plan, man. But I'm out of here. If I start rapping y'all here, though, get our people out of the streets. Get them to change their life, man. There's a lot of corruption going on. And just remember, nobody likes these people. They cannot be themselves. I'm Raphael Rashim, and this is the True I Speak Podcast. I'm out of here.